Fuck you, dude. Dude, I've been waiting here longer, dude. I've been waiting here fucking longer than you. I'm in line. What? What? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to Infinity Highway. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah. Welcome to Infinity Highway with Kel the Mason Man, Max the Spaz, and Bloody Mary the truck. That's right, Bloody Mary. That's what we named her. Which side am I supposed to exit here? This one, I guess. Over there? Oh, okay. Damn it. They want us to exit out the exit side. They want us to use the exit door, I guess. Then, okay. So, we are over here in Henderson, Nevada, just south of Las Vegas. And just picked up a 30,000 pound Amazon trailer. Well, 30,000 pound load in an Amazon trailer destined for Atlanta, Georgia. Union City, Georgia specifically, but it's essentially Atlanta. So we got ourselves a long haul, which is nice after about a week and a half. Well, yeah, about a week and a half. A bunch of short haul stuff up and down the West Coast states. Basically been kind of running between like from the most southern point, Fresno, to the most northern point in let's see, like Sumner, Washington, which is up near Tacoma, just past Olympia, just north of Olympia in Washington. So we've been kind of just doing runs up and down the I-5 for the last week and a half, and boy, that shit gets old. It really does. It's a beautiful drive, but it gets old. If you watched my last photo video, you'll know what I'm talking about. There we are. are we going? Here, Garmin. St. Rose Parkway. Okay. All right. So, anywho, it is. Hold on, Max. It is Friday, December 22nd, almost time for Christmas 2023.
Turn right on St. Rose Parkway.
Yep, 3 more days. Time is 3:51 in the PM. 53 degrees out here in Henderson. Elevation 20. 2,300
Turn
feet.
right on St. Rose Parkway.
And we got
Turn right on St. Rose Parkway.
1,955 miles to go to get out to Atlanta. Okay. Oh, Max, Jesus, come on now. Seriously, give it a break. There's nothing there. Hey. I don't want to hear it. No, I really don't. I honestly have no idea what it's bugging on.
4.5 miles. Take the exit on the right to I-215 East toward Henderson.
There's an Air Force base right out here, I think Nellis, and so every once in a while they're flying the F-15s and stuff like that out there, and he goes nuts when he hears them. So that might be what's going on. It might be one off in the distance, like up above the clouds or something. I can't hear, but you can hear. I don't know. So yeah, 3 more days to go. Hope y'all are ready for it. I am. I'm ready for it. This is great because, it's kind of a weird thing, I mean, just the way things work out, timing and stuff like that, because we've been, back and forth between, like I said, California and Washington and Oregon, and I was getting like, okay, well, Christmas is coming pretty soon here. We just got into Las Vegas last night, and it's like, well, if we find ourselves in California, wherever in California, and it's like the day before Christmas or 2 days before Christmas, I'm just going to go home, and do Christmas at home for a change. Just all of a sudden he has this all of a sudden he finds this long haul for me. So what's great about it is I got work. I got something to keep me busy through Christmas Day, because I think Christmas is a Monday, pretty sure, and this delivers Tuesday morning, the wee hours of Tuesday morning, 2 a.m. So point being is, at least I'm not going to be sitting at a truck stop for Christmas weekend, so that's great. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have minded going home and hanging out for a couple of days. It wouldn't have bothered me. Yeah. This works. And it's actually a heavy trailer, so that's nice too. It'll make it a little bit more comfortable than all these light and empty trailers that we haul around for Amazon. A lot more comfortable, especially going up through Flagstaff. The road into Flagstaff is a disaster, just potholed to death. Okay, we are clear of the city, finally. A little bit of traffic out there this time of day, being around the 4 o'clock hour. Everybody's getting out of work Friday before Christmas, cashing their check and going and spending it someplace. Alright, that's the way that works. So we find ourselves now on I-11 southbound. We're going to be running this over to Highway 93. And that'll take us even further southbound down into Kingman, and then be running the I-40 for the next few days. Eastbound. All the way out to, I'm not sure where we're going to depart the I-40. It might be in Amarillo or something like that. I haven't looked at it yet, but that sounds about right. So up here in a few miles, this particular route, you know, typically I find myself running it in the opposite direction, north off of the I-40. But what we got up ahead here is Lake Mead and Hoover Dam reservoir and all that, and it's pretty impressive looking, especially from this direction. From the opposite direction, going northbound, you don't really get a good view of the lake. Yeah, I mean, you see it. It's in the rearview mirrors. You can't really see it very well. So running it in this direction, you should get a pretty good look at the lake. Might get a glimpse of the dam, but it's kind of difficult to see. There's a bridge basically that goes kind of parallel to the dam itself, and the dam sits kind of low relative to the height of the bridge, and so you don't really get a good glimpse of the dam, unfortunately. You kind of have to be, if you were running northbound, you kind of have to be over in the far right lane, almost up on the shoulder of the bridge to actually be able to see it out the window, and that's in a tall cab like this. In a car or a pickup truck, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. But whatever, we'll see if we'll see what we see up here. Anyways, but yeah, it's a few more miles. Just kind of desert for here for now, and then all the power lines, of course, the transfer all the hydroelectric from the dam. Tons of them, like a spider web of high voltage lines everywhere. Kind of trip. Once again, another one of those kind of marvels of engineering. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing what we do. Greater men than I, you know, come up with this stuff, that's for sure. It's amazing. Every once in a while, you know, I think we all kind of go through that where we feel like we lose hope for humanity, you know. And then you see something, you know, like this, like the dam. I mean, just the dam, you know. Wow, you know, humankind is pretty damn amazing, the things that it creates. So it's not all lost. We're just being a bunch of dummies right now. You know, we're just being, I mean, you know, we is, you know, subjective, right? You know, some of us are out there just being freaking complete dumb shits right now, but I I'd say the vast majority aren't. That's a good thing. Alright, before I start rambling too much, I'm going to pause you. We'll pick you back up when we get to the other side. It's pretty steep downgrade going down towards the reservoir. So we'll pick back up when I get to the top of that grade there. There's the reservoir. You can see up there. That's about, I think, the only glimpse we get of the reservoir in this direction, any other direction. If you ever want to come check it out, they got, it's called Hoover Dam Lodge. Just over off to the left of us is where we just passed by it. Nice looking joint. It's like probably a 5-star kind of place. Got some cool look at geology, for sure. All this kind of red rock, boulder kind of stuff. Massive canyons out here, especially off to the right. There's just these gigantic, super deep canyons everywhere. It's crazy. I believe Hoover Dam is off to the left of us here on the next bridge, I believe. And you just can't really see it. It's like too low. And Lake Mead, it definitely looks low. I'm looking at the previous water line. It's got to be probably 50 feet lower than what it probably usually is on average. And welcome to Arizona, just like that. Shifting like crazy. I just shifted in a 10th. Amazing. Stupid automatic truck. Really frustrating. Mountains, hills, and whatnot. Just did that. Stay in 11th. Okay, time to let you go. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. See ya. All right, rock and roll, baby. Good afternoon. I almost said good morning. Well, if we were still Pacific Standard Time, it would be good morning, but we are mountain. Out here in Gallup, New Mexico. Did not make it very far last night. I mean, we did. We got in 6.5 hours of driving. Interesting driving at that. And we were getting close to the state line. Well, actually, we had some alarms start going off. Here, let me do this real quick. We got Saturday, December 23rd. Time is 12:42 in the afternoon. 41 degrees outside, snowy. Elevation 6,400 feet here in Gallup. Boy, I'm gonna get stuck here for a second, I think. Yeah, I sure am. Yeah, we started getting some alarms, some code and stuff the truck was throwing last night when we were getting to like Arizona.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on I-40 East.
It was weird. No, I-40 East, I didn't get over. It was like throwing multiple codes. It was just acting really bizarre.
Turn right on I-40.
ABS
turn
lights
right
were going
on
crazy.
I-40 East.
And a few other things, engine light and stuff. And it was intermittent though. It would come on and it would go off for a period and then come back on and then go off again. And then as we started getting closer to the state line and into Mexico, I started getting low battery indicators, alarms, and it was being intermittent also. It would come on, it would go off, so I was keeping an eye on our voltage, and our voltage was really low. Should be normally around, at least 13.5 to 14 volts as we're driving. But it was dropped down.
On I-40.
It was dropping down and ranging between like 11.5 and like 12.3, something like that. It's really low. And with that, there's an alarm right there, but it's not the alternator. Well, so there we go. Spoiler alert. So with that, headlights started dimming, so it was pouring. It was raining for a good part of the drive through Arizona at least. And so headlights on, fog lights on, windshield wipers running, defogger, running damn near full blast, and headlights were dimming, and then of course the trailer lights on top of that and whatever else, that I had plugged in running. But like I said, it would be intermittent anyhow. Long story short, it inevitably, the alarm came on and it remained on. And so, I had already decided to pull off of there in Gallup, go get it checked out at the TA, and we ended up, we ended up needing to put in a new alternator. Boy, I'm telling you, the things ain't cheap. The cost, what they charged us, it surprised even me. It was $750 just for the alternator. Right. It's a big, massive thing, so I mean, it makes sense, but I think typically more like $500, but I think basically what it was it was what they had in stock, You know, they actually had it on the shelf, so we didn't have to wait to, you know, for tomorrow, you know, today or something like that, you know, to, you know, get a part delivered or go have somebody go pick it up, you know, from a freight liner, who knows where around here. So basically it was kind of like we were stuck getting the expensive one. So yeah, like $750 for that, and then like $300 altogether when it's all said and done to install it. So yeah, like $1,180 or something like that out the door. So yeah, these big trucks ain't cheap. They ain't cheap. So we ended up getting that finished. I think it was like 4 a.m. And went ahead and just parked the rest of the night. Got a few hours of sleep. There was like trains running all night. I mean, there's tracks right behind where we parked. And I mean, freight train after freight train after freight train. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It had to be like every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes to a half an hour, there was another freight train going by. And when they would go by, there must have been an intersection there, and they were blowing their horns, man. So it did not make getting to sleep very easy. Once I got to sleep, I was able to kind of ignore it. But man, so. For a kind of long night, but whatever. So now we got this to deal with, and it is snowing heavy. Big, thick flakes. Hopefully we don't have snow for too far. This is probably the rainstorm that we were driving under last night. It's probably blowing east, so we're stuck under it once again. It's just it's cold enough now, 34 degrees. Snow. Yeah, welcome back. We have just passed through Albuquerque. We are climbing the mountain up on the east side of Albuquerque, making our way towards Moriarty. And this is what holiday traffic looks like. You got all these four-wheelers in that left lane, just packing it full. And those trucks can just not get around. And add rain and snow to that mix, and it's even worse. What you also get is four-wheelers. Yeah, see, there you go. So you got these four-wheelers in this right lane, and they're all anxious about the snow and the rain. They don't know how to drive anymore. These truck drivers do this shit all the time, all day, every day. For a mess of things, but it is what it is. We deal with it. It's part of it. All it takes is, like, seriously, one vehicle, whether it's a car, you know, or a truck, an 18-wheeler. All it ever takes is just one to be going, you know, extra slow, not going with the flow of things, to just make a mess of traffic for everybody. I know it does. It just makes a mess of things for us. Just one. Whether they're going slow in the middle lane or going slow in the right lane, doesn't matter. Is identifying that one, right, from far enough back that you can, you know, maneuver around them one way or another. You can identify them from way back. Deal with it all right. Anyway, so it is 3:05 now. 36 degrees. That alarm you just heard was the truck dash display letting me know that it was 37 degrees. I don't know why they chose 37 degrees as the temperature at which to alarm the driver. I mean, you know, 37 isn't that bad. You let me know when it's like 30, but me personally, you know, I have a menu of options that I can choose from, kind of as my home display, I guess. And that's the one that I have on all the time. It's the one that lets me know what the temperature is. I just like to know. So the alarm is more of a distraction than anything. For me, it is. Right lane is there. lucked out, people. We're in a 70-mile-an-hour zone now, or almost. There's far too much to see in here to be able to take time and see it all, but just kind of do a quick walkthrough.
Yeah, here I am in my little old place here. Hey, lady, if you don't mind, how about closing the door? Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. All right? Yeah, okay. Just as soon as I get through reading this Sears and Roebuck catalog, it'll be fine.
Yep, we just don't have time to do the whole thing here. Because I got a couple more aisles up and down that way and back over that way. Pretty cool. 1929 Ford Roadster Shea reproduction, it says.
Way back. I guess when I was a kid.
Okay, so that was cool, huh? Was able to give you guys a quick snapshot of the museum, the car museum over at Russell's Truck and Travel Center, San John, New Mexico. Just about 20 or 30, I think, miles just west of the state line into Texas.
Turn right on New Mexico 392, then take the second left.
As I may have mentioned before, maybe on a different video, maybe on this video, I don't remember, it is now a TA, which is a shame, because what that means is Russell, the owner of Russell's Travel Center, sold it. And I was actually talking to another driver about it at the fuel island. And yeah, he was of the same mind that it was kind of a shame that he gave it up to a major corporation like that. But
Turn
it is
left
what it
on
is.
I-40 East.
Guess he just got tired of doing it. Apparently, there's a second Russell's Travel Center somewhere in New Mexico also, I guess. I have not been to it. I was actually unaware that it existed, but that's what the guy told me. So we don't know. Point being is he wasn't sure if that one was no longer Russell's either, or what. I mean, they'll probably continue to call it Russell's, you know, but it's a TA, you know. So you find that at some of these major truck stops, whether it's a TA or Pilot or Love's, you know, that bought out, you know, a mom and pop joint. But they'll still call it the original name, but it'll just be under the Love's or Pilot or TA brand. Whatever. But yeah, it's a cool museum. I mean, obviously, like I said in the video, there's way too much to see in the amount of time that we had to see it. So just kind of did a quick walkthrough. I like the old guy sitting on the John was kind of funny. You know, for people who work in that little museum back there, they probably get pretty tired of hearing it all day. But
Continue on I-40.
He actually, in a little, you know, mechanized voice there, you know, it says, "Hey, lady," it's like, "Are you presuming? Did you just misgender me?" I can only imagine. Yeah. Freak out, sue him for the mechanical puppeteer misgendering him. Okay, I'm not going to go down that road. Yeah, I'm not going to go down that road. That would be for a completely different channel. So anyways, we did what we had to do. We got some fuel, topped off the tanks, grabbed a couple things, and back at it to go. It is now, what do we got? 6:53 in the evening. It is 47 degrees outside. We did go through quite a bit more snow since we talked last. It's been, you know, off and on, scattered. Sometimes heavy, sometimes light, sometimes rain. We are now descending, and we will be descending for the rest of the way out to Georgia, pretty much. Well, it kind of Texas kind of levels off and stuff. So, but it's kind of a gradual descent all the way back down into Georgia. Right now we're at 3,800 feet, and we'll end up with a 500 to 1,000 foot elevation neighborhood once we get out there. 1,174 miles to go, so we still got the rest of the day today. We still got about 6 hours to drive for the day to do, and then a full day tomorrow, and maybe a little bit on Monday morning. So we'll be delivering on Christmas Day. Hopefully somebody's there to at least let us go drop the trailer. All we need is somebody at the guard shack just to buzz us in, basically, and then drop the trailer, and we'll probably hang out there in the Atlanta area for Christmas Day, pick up our next load on Tuesday. Whatever, that's either here or there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the morning. Get out of this here joint. And we don't. Well, anyhow, good afternoon. It is 2 p.m. Just after 2 p.m.
Continue on US 377.
On this here Christmas Day 2023, or not Christmas Day, my bad, Christmas Eve.
Turn left on I-40 East.
Yep, December 24th.
Turn left on I-40 East.
And we are out here in Seminole, Oklahoma, is in Seminole Nation, Oklahoma. Made it about 740 miles yesterday, which is good. That's good. That's a good day. Considering the conditions that we were driving in. Considering the conditions we were in, that's really good mileage. Really, really good. It is 61 degrees out here in Seminole. Elevation just under 1,000 feet. We got 796 miles still to go.
Continue on I-40.
Okay, Max, knock it off. Get down. I don't want to hear it. Just stay down. Sorry. I'm not in the mood to have him sit there. Nope. Get down. Get down. Not even in the mood for it right now, dog. at all. Nope, just stay. Yeah, so anyhow, there he goes anyways. He's gonna do it anyways. Just shut the F up. I'm telling you, don't you do it. Don't do it. Keep your mouth shut, dog. Yeah, wicked conditions. Man, we came into a really, really heavy storm. Oh, whereabouts? About the time that we got into Oklahoma. It might start hitting us when we were still in Texas a little bit, but and I saw it coming too. When we got in Amarillo last night, you can see up ahead, it was just a solid dark sky, you know, and you can see a bunch of lightning going off, and it was like the storm of the century. I mean, it was just pouring and pouring and pouring non-stop. Well, there was a couple little breaks in there, but for the most part, it's just super heavy downpour. People driving with their flashers on, kind of rain, you know. So, given, you know, considering that, yeah, we did pretty good yesterday. And we had camped out over there at the casino in their park, their dirt lot. Actually going to stop short of Oklahoma City. There's a way station back there. I decided to keep going. We still had like an hour and a half left. Even though, I mean, like, it was kind of like it was coming down so hard, I was like, is it really worth that extra hour and a half? So we stopped for a minute. I looked at the weather radar, and I just went ahead and said hell with it and kept on going. Ran our clock out, and I'm actually glad that we did. It was worth it. It was worth getting through Oklahoma City. Just getting it out of the way behind us for the morning rather than having to deal with any traffic. Christmas Day, Christmas Eve traffic, that is. So anyways, yeah, plan for the day, we'll be making our way the rest of the way across Oklahoma into Arkansas, across Arkansas, over into Tennessee, into Memphis, and then taking the 55 south down to the 22. I believe it's the 22. I always get it confused with the 20. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah. Something or another. 22, 20, whatever. Takes us basically from Memphis out to Birmingham, and then the 20 the rest of the way into Atlanta. We're not going to make it the whole way to Atlanta tonight, like I said earlier. I mean, yeah, not unless we can keep, not unless we can set the cruise control at 80 and do 80 the whole way, but yeah, so that's all right. We'll have a couple hours to do in the morning or something like that. That's fine. Might actually just go ahead and stop early tonight just to give myself a little more of something to do tomorrow, because otherwise we'll just be sitting in the truck someplace. Anyhow, I'm gonna let let you go. I got some coffee to finish off here. Got myself a little bit of breakfast. I'm gonna eat, whatnot. We'll talk to you a little ways down the road. See ya. Yep. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back and good evening. Man, it got dark quick. It seemed like it just got dark overnight. Or, yeah, never mind. Geez, and it's only, what time is it? Well, I guess only nothing. It's already 5:19. Yeah. But we are making our way through Arkansas right now, out towards Little Rock. Slowly but surely, and just, man, we can't get away from this storm. We just can't get away from it. It's actually, looking at the radar, the weather radar, we've basically been driving under this same storm for the last 2 days. Yeah, pretty much all day yesterday. Yeah, not pretty much. It was all day yesterday. And I believe it's the same storm that was hitting parts of California, into Nevada, because we were getting some rain back there when we picked up this load a little bit, scattered. But mostly since we left Las Vegas and started running this town, we really started getting into it. Yeah, and it's just kind of following us along here. We can't seem to get ahead of it. We can't seem to wait it out. It's just sitting right over us the whole time. It's like that old cartoon or whatever it was. The man with the rain cloud over him wherever he goes. You know, he's like got the little umbrella, little cartoon. He's got the umbrella and it just follows him wherever he goes. That's what we got going on. It's a big system too. It's huge. So, yeah, it is what it is. I don't think we're going to get out of it. I think it's going to follow us all the way into Atlanta. So, too bad. I mean, like right now, in Memphis and east of Memphis, it's dry. But by the time we get there, we're bringing it with us. It's kind of coming in from like the southwest and moving kind of northeasterly. And it kind of sucks. I was actually optimistic when we started driving earlier today, this afternoon. It was dry when we first started going, and it was pretty damn light traffic too, and now it seems like everybody's out and the rain just won't let up. So, double whammy. Little Rock, 55 miles. Yeah, I don't know. It was it was nice actually running through Oklahoma. There was such little traffic. And then the second we crossed the state line into Arkansas, it just started picking up. It's kind of weird. For whatever the reason. I mean, it's Christmas Eve, people. It's getting to be close to dinner time, you know. I mean, it's Sunday to boot. Whatever. Yeah, so yeah, rainy 58 degrees outside, elevation about 280 feet. We got still 563 miles to go. hours of drive left on our clock for the day, so it's gonna be a late one. But that's what we get. We didn't get started until whatever it was. Yeah, something 2 or 3. What are you gonna do? 2 o'clock. Yeah, just a mess. Can't complain about it. This is what I chose to do. This is the job that I chose. Actually, pretty well. Love it. Can't beat it. Nothing else like it. Anyhow, I'm gonna let you go. We will see you mañana. And good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas. Yes, it is Christmas Day 2023. And we find ourselves over here in Lincoln, Alabama. This afternoon, it is 1:15 in the afternoon, to be specific. Kind of comfortable 65 degrees outside. A little bit overcast, a little bit rainy, a little scattered here and there. It's a hell of a relief, heck of a relief. Don't want to say hell on Christmas time. It's a heck of a relief from what it's been the last couple days. It's just kind of little scattered sprinkles here and there, from what I can tell on the radar. At least that's the way it's been over here in Lincoln. I'm just looking at the weather radar for the rest of our trip, and it looks like it's going to be pretty dry. That's good. I think the Atlanta area is getting some rain right now, but by the time we get there, it should be cleared out. Elevation is about 550 feet, give or take 50 to 100 as we make our way through the hills, the Ozarks.
Turn right on Alabama 77, then take the first right.
I believe this is part of the Ozarks down here. I'm not sure, but I believe it is. It's well, you know, I don't know. It might not be. Now I say all that, I don't know. The Ozarks might end back there, kind of on the eastern edge of Arkansas into Tennessee. You know?
Turn right on I-20 East.
So whatever they call these ones out here, I don't know. But it's definitely it's a hilly area. In any event, we have 102 miles still to go out to Union City. About an hour and a half, 2 hour worth of drive. And there looks to be a little bit of traffic out, Jesus. Man. That's all right.
Continue on I-20.
mess it was last night. It just did not let up for us at all. It didn't give us a break, ever. It was pouring all the way till we stopped for the night back there in Lincoln. Just endless. Traffic did get really light though, which was great by the time we got down into Birmingham, it was very, very light traffic. It was just really wet out there. And the traffic that was out there was very tedious about the way they were driving. Of course they were, which is fine. But yeah, fortunately it was really light, so it made it a little bit more bearable. The weather being what it was. Yep, anyhow, yeah, I gotta start keeping these segments a little shorter here because we are getting close to my limit on what I can create. So, put you down. And we'll pick back up with you in a little bit here. Either once we get into Georgia or once we get out to the Amazon. I guess they are actually closed. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. The boss had told me that, from what he understood, that all the Amazon facilities, fulfillment centers were closed. However, there should be somebody at the guard shack so we can drop the trailer, and he has changed that. And he said that he thinks that nobody's going to be there. But in any event, we're going to go ahead and just run the whole way and arrive over there. I think I already picked up some dinner for tonight. Got myself a turkey dinner with mashed potatoes and gravy and corn, and some actually really good pumpkin flavored cheesecake and salad. So I got myself set up for dinner for tonight, and then I just gotta go pick up something for lunch on the way here. So we're just gonna run straight over there, and if there's somebody at the guard shack to let us in, we'll drop the trailer when we get there. If not, he said that they reopen or people arrive at midnight. And our delivery is scheduled for 2 a.m. anyway, so somebody has to come by that point so they can receive us. So if it's midnight, then we'll drop the trailer at midnight. But in any event, we'll be there waiting for them. So anyhow, gotta let you go. We'll talk to you in a bit. Hey, fuck you, dude. Dude, I've been waiting here longer, dude. I've been waiting here fucking longer than you. I'm in line. What? What? What are you mad at me for? Hey, roll it down, roll it down. What you mad at me for? All right, good morning. We are over here at Amazon, and it's just a fiasco. It's like straight up freaking chaos. So Amazon was supposed to open at midnight, right? So we got here at 4 p.m. yesterday to wait, right? And so we parked along the curb, like out of the way. It was me and one other truck, okay? And as the day went by, more trucks started showing up, and everybody was under the impression that they were going to open at midnight, right? So we're just hanging out waiting. And a couple of trucks went and jumped in front of in line and went straight up to the gate and waited, right? And so I was like, man, this is going to get ugly. And so I went and jumped behind. So now all of a sudden, instead of being second in line, all of a sudden I'm third in line, and the guy who was in front of me would have been behind me in line, you know. And so midnight rolls around. Amazon crew staff has not showed up. And so we're like, I called dispatch, I called my boss, and I was like, well, I said, well, hang on a second. All right, good morning, welcome back. It is Tuesday, December 26th. The time is 6:51 in the a.m., the East Coast. 60 degrees outside, drizzly. Man, what a mess. It is just a mess over here at this Amazon right now. They really effed everything up. Like the people who work here at this Amazon screwed everything up. They were supposed to open at midnight, and they screwed the pooch big time. We got here at 4 p.m. yesterday, and there was one truck here when we got here. So we got we parked on the curb just behind them. And as the day went by, more and more trucks started showing up and parking along the curb, and then a couple of trucks went past the line of trucks that were on the curb and went up here to the gate because the gate was closed, right? And so I was like, all right, well, heck with that. I'm just gonna, because like now I'm gonna get cut out of this line, because I knew more and more trucks are gonna start piling in and jumping behind those two that went straight to the gate. So I got behind them. So now all of a sudden I'm the third in line, right? And like I said, they were supposed to open at midnight. So I went ahead and I took a nap and got back up at like 9:30 or 10 p.m., made my dinner, and just kind of sat, in the truck and, watched a movie or something like that. Just waited for them to open the gates at midnight. They never did. So I called the boss and I told him, I was like, yeah, they haven't opened it yet. Are you sure they said midnight? And he's like, yeah. He goes, it was a generic message that said most of the Amazons are supposed to open up at midnight. I said, okay. He goes, just go ahead and, go back to sleep and, check again at like 8. I was like, all right. So I went to sleep. And at about 1:45 in the morning, an alarm goes off, right? And it sounded like a security alarm for Amazon, and I'm like, wow, it's, what's going on? And then I saw red and flashing lights, kind of like a reflection. And a cop had showed up, an Atlanta PD cop, like a mean-looking dude, right? And he started coming and talking to all the truck drivers, me, the two in front of me, and then the two behind me. And he was telling us all we had to leave. And we're like, well, we got appointments. My appointment's for 2 o'clock, He's like, they were supposed to open at midnight. He goes, yeah, well, obviously they didn't. I said, well, my appointment's at 2 o'clock. It's 1:45. I'm supposed to be here. He's like, it doesn't matter. You're not supposed to be parked here. Well, I'm like, I'm not parked. I'm stopped. I'm in line. We're not camping out here because we want to be here. We're supposed to be here. We've been requested to be here by Amazon, And I wasn't gonna argue with the dude because he did. He looked like the kind of cop who deals with some pretty rough kind of people. You know what I mean? Just Atlanta, you know. And I wasn't gonna argue with him and have him drag me out of the truck, you know, stick me in Atlanta County Jail or something for arguing with him. You know how cops are, how they can be. So. So I go turn the truck around. Like I'm like, all right, because he's like, you guys gotta go to the truck stop or something like that. You can't stay here. All right, whatever. Merry Christmas, I told him. And so I go turn the truck around, and as I'm going out, another truck driver, he flags me down. He's like, dude, you don't gotta leave. He's like, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, man. And he pretty much reiterated what I was saying. It was like, dude, we're here to deliver a load that Amazon requested. You know, it's Amazon. It's not like we're just parking here for the night and then we're gonna leave. You know, we're in line. He says they can't tow you. And he convinced me that I didn't need to leave, so I turned around and got back in line. So now all of a sudden, instead of being fifth in line or third in line, now I'm like fifth or sixth, right? And there's no way I'm gonna go back to sleep, you know, because I got this cop on my mind. So I just kind of hung out where I was. And so over the last 3 hours, truck after truck after truck has been showing up, you know, and they can't park on the street legitimately. They can't stop on the street and get in line, so they've been coming up around the left side, and there's only enough room for 2 trucks. There's only enough truck for an inbound truck and an outbound truck to get out. And so they're all starting to line up in the left side of us, and now we're all blocked in on the right lane. And then, you know, drivers are getting angry because it's like the lines aren't moving. And well, yeah, of course they're not, because now you got 2 lanes trying to converge into one towards the front with all these drivers who are trying to cheat and go around the entire line. Like as if we're just sitting there for our health. Like we're just sitting in the right lane, you know, on the right side, you know, where the line is supposed to be, just because, like, you know. And so I got out of the truck and I walked up towards the front, and I found out there was 2 guys who were still sleeping and they were holding shit up. So I went and knocked on their doors and woke them up and told them they had to move. And then, you know, so like now our line starts moving, and now all the trucks on the left side feel like they've been put out. Like, dude, we've been sitting in the proper line for this whole time, you know. You ain't getting put out. If anything, you were putting us out. You know, you were just going up around thinking, you know, because you didn't want to wait behind the line of the regular line. You fucking cheaters. So I just fucking got into it with one of them right now. You know, he was trying to fucking come around me on the turn, and it's like, he can't. You know, I'm right there. He can't swing his trailer wide enough not to hit my truck. So I moved up on him and just blowing our horns at each other and shit. He's over there flipping me off, and I'm like, dude, roll down your window. Go ahead, you're gonna flip me off, roll down your window. You know? He waved me. He's like, oh, forget it. You're damn right, forget it. So, anyways, yeah, it's just a freaking chaotic fiasco over here, but that's just the way it is in some of these cities. So. Just a disaster. There we go. My goodness. And just because we get to the gate doesn't mean it's going to be any better either. I get over there and the guy took just like 10 minutes just to be able to check me in, you know, just unbelievable. What did he say, 554, I think. Unbelievable. What a disaster. Anyways, I gotta let you go. This video's getting too long, so hope y'all are doing well. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching Infinity Highway. We'll see y'all somewhere down the road. Bye.